How does this start to the season as a team compared to what you expected heading into it?
It's great. 9-2. With 2 losses, one of them, whole team didn't show up, and then the other one, just things happen. But I think we're finding our identity, and obviously strength in numbers, 12-man rotation. Coach Kerr's never done that before, but we got a lot of pieces and a lot of players that can do a lot of different things, and I think it's showing right now.
For you with 12, 13-man rotation, what have been adjustments like for you just in terms of figuring out how to play in shorter bursts maybe?
Well, last year that's kind of my specialty, really. I would come in and be an energy guy, and so basically the same thing, and then whatever group's playing well at the end, he sticks them out, and that's how he said. He said, Coach is like, every time we get to the end of the game, whatever group's playing the best, we're going to throw you guys out there, so you just got to go in there and play hard.
You mentioned that's kind of been your role, but knowing that there's so many guys there and they could come in waves, does that allow you to play differently, expend more energy, knowing, hey, it might just be like a 3-minute run. That's all they need right now.
Oh, absolutely. Just whatever coach calls on me, just going in there and playing hard. Yesterday was the first time where I was like, I need a sub in the second half against the Mavs. So, but just going in there, expending as much energy as possible, just running up and down the floor, setting screens, doing all that stuff. So
you guys have obviously changed the starting lineup a few times. This latest version with D'Anthony in there, they said he'd like that to stick. How does that feel? Is feeling different, that group? You guys obviously played pretty well the last 2 games.
Yeah, defensively, I really like it personally. D'Anthony just on the ball, Wiggins, and then Dray and myself, helping Curry. And then offensively, D'Anthony being another primary handler and seeing the floor really well with Wiggins going downhill, Steph shooting it, and then Dray facilitating. It helps me a lot as well, so I like it a lot.
And unrelated question, we kind of joked with Steve the other day. Tim was joking about the NBA Cup and how much it matters. But what do you think? Obviously, you guys won the other night. You have another game tomorrow. Does getting to Vegas matter at all? I mean, is it a financially driven motivation? How do you look at it?
Obviously, 500K is really nice, but at the same time, it's bragging rights, and we're trying to win every game on our schedule, and so why not go into Vegas and win them all? And so that's kind of our motto. Like Draymond said before we played the Mavs, he was like, seeing Klay coming back is nice and all, but at the same time, we got an NBA Cup to win. We got a 500K to win, and so it's a big emphasis for us, and we want to go out there and do our thing.
Trace, you guys have a platoon of coaches out there. What kind of feedback are you getting so far from your early start this season, and what are the things you want to try and fine-tune as we proceed?
Yeah, defensively, I think there's some times where I'm still a little hesitant on when to go, when not to go. Those are just things I just continue to need to watch film on. Offensively, just continuing to work on my screening, just continuing to run to the rim, doing stuff of that nature. That's all really coaches ask of me. It's just to be a rim runner, because if I put pressure on the rim, it opens guys for shots, and so or get easy dunks. So those are the main things. But Coach Sam, I'm doing a great job, so I just need to continue to improve at those things and keep working.
How do those messages compare to what you were asked to do in college?
A lot different. College, it was basically the whole offense was predicated towards me in the post, making reads, doing stuff of that nature, which I still do here. We'll do split action sometimes, and I'll try to make a read or take my guy off the dribble if I need to. But in college, it was very one-dimensional in the sense of the ball went through me, and I had to do stuff in that nature. So being here is a lot different, and I actually like it a lot more because I feel like I get to play more freely, getting lobs, getting dunks, and stuff of that nature. But, basically to answer your question, a lot different. Yeah. So.
And there's the last thing. There's still a lot of buzz about what Tuesday night's game. When you think about that game, what was your vibe about that? What you see out there? What you feel?
Yeah, they said it was like a playoff game. That was the loudest I've ever heard it in Chase, me personally, and so it was roaring, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of emotion, and then watching 30 do 30 things at the end of the game was a really cool experience.
Did you get a chance to catch up with Klay after the game?
I just said hi to him and wished him well after the game, but nothing crazy.
You and other players have mentioned what Stackhouse is kind of emphasizing it, and you mentioned earlier, like it's the doubles, it's the blitzes. Now, do you have rules for that every game, or is it kind of instinctual? Like this is the time.
We mostly have rules. Like the first game against the Mavs, or the first half, it was all out blitz, and then second half we went back to regular weak and ice, and so it's always different every game, but we're usually in a blitz until said otherwise, and so, but just continue to listen to him and whatever the coaches want to do, and try to execute it.
You're blitzing everything.
Usually, yeah, as we have been, just flying, trying to get guys, trying to make the 5-man play out of that spot because he usually doesn't like to. So,
You guys ranked second in the league in rebounding. Last year you were first, and both years you're the smallest roster. What are the keys to you guys rebounding, and what are like the principles that you emphasize?
Well, big shout out to Toon first and foremost. He's been a monster on the offensive glass, but gang rebounding. A tip that I've kind of stole from Draymond a little bit is just boxing my guy out, try to tip it out to one of our guys. But yeah, just rebounding in numbers, and you don't always. Coaches always tell me, you're not going to be the biggest guy, but just get a forearm in him and box your guy out, and then have a guard come clean it up. So that's really the big emphasis on me, and then running. So
going back to the blitzes and stuff. I mean, you guys are. It is a Stackhouse thing. You're doing it way more than you guys did last year. How easy or different or difficult was it to adjust? Just like, yeah, does it feel different to be defending with these schemes and stuff?
I don't necessarily think it's different. I just think that if you go out there and you blitz a ball screen and you run back and everyone's flying around and everyone's trying to cause chaos, that's basically what he calls it. Good things are going to happen. And running guys off the line, making them play side to side to side, something good's usually going to happen. So I like it so far. I think it's been really helpful for us.
Is part of that strategy like avoiding mismatches on switches and having bigs on littles?
Yeah, so with that, there's going to be a hold with the big, with a guard, but usually 9 times out of 10 it's a stunt and get back, and then the guard gets out and gets released, and then the big gets back to his. But like in transition, we don't want bigs picking up the ball. We want guards picking up the ball. So it's really the 5-man is trying to stay with the 5, and then everyone else is trying to stay with theirs or a guard. So.